Hi guys, welcome back to another Bourbon Santa video, straight from Santa's workshop. We're going again. Everybody's home, kids, wife, everybody, they're in there doing stuff. We just got back from going to a college tour for my son, and I didn't want to interrupt everybody's life and kick them out of the living room where my collection is and I normally shoot videos. So I'm doing it out here in the workshop. I like it out here. It's fine, it's fine. What are we doing today? What the French horn are we doing? So, you probably have heard by now of Nashville Barrel Company. They buy barrels of MGP picks and then sell them, I think exclusively. They do some blended stuff, but not a lot. It's almost everything's barrel picks of MGP whiskey, single barrels, to all these different groups, liquor stores, what have you. So I've got a smattering here of 5-year-old bourbon picks. Now, the purpose of this really, because obviously I don't have all these picks. I have samples here. I got 4 samples from one guy and 1 sample from another guy. And then I have a store pick from my local favorite liquor store that is also 5-year. The purpose of this is to see the differences, the wide range that's available from MGP single barrel 5-year bourbon stocks, and just see. I just want to see the broad brushes, the range of flavors that are here. I absolutely love this 5-year store pick from my local store. I've had some 6-year stuff, I've had some 7, I've had some 8-year stuff, and I like all of it. Some I like better than others, but this one is absolutely wonderful. So, let's dig into this. Now, these 4 are from Virgilio Guardian. I'm probably butchering your name to death. Virgilio Guardian. I'm so sorry. I am I'm not Southern. I grew up in the South. I'm from Ohio. But I'm terrible with ethnic names. I'm guessing you're Italian. I could be wrong there too. But I'm terrible. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry that I had to read your name. There it is. Thank you so much for these 4. These are all 4 samples from his group. And it's the Just Okay and HVBC group. Now, I'm not in that group, and they sent me these to try and just so I could compare them, see how they stack up to mine, and go from there. Now, this one came from John Kemp, and it's also a Just Okay HVBC 5-year, 113 proof. So this one's way higher proof than mine. Mine is only 107. And these, they didn't tell me the proof point on these, but they're all 5-year-old NBC bourbons. And I'll tell you which ones they were in case you happen to be close to them as we go through. So let's just start this party off. So I just spent most of the day driving in a car. So now I'm home and it's time to get shit-faced. And what better way to do it than with free whiskey? I mean, free whiskey is the best way to get shit-faced. That's what I've always been told. So, we're about to find out. Alright, let's go through these first. Then I'll pour the big boy over there. Now, let me go ahead. If we're going to do this, we're going to do it all the way. All the way to 55. Okay, here we go. So this one is the Let's Go Brandon NBC 5-year bourbon pick. I don't know who Brandon is. I think he's a race car driver. Anyway, this one is that one. So let's do this. Oh, wow. That's wildly different. Oh, man, that's got some funk on it. Bubblegum. Like grape bubblegum. Like grape bubble. It's been so long since I've chewed gum. I don't even know what they're called anymore. Grape bubble gum. Rye, orange zest. Brown sugar. Oh, a little nutmeg. Oh, that smells amazing. Now this one is Ukraine. It's called Ukraine. I don't know what that means either. This one has got a really nice, like, fermented vanilla winey note with a spearmint rye with black pepper. Lots of syrup. I'm going to nose through all these real quick, and then we're going to bang through the taste. This one is Silver Alert, in case you misplaced an older gentleman. And this is, again, 5-year bourbon. These are all... You can tell that they're in the same family. You can tell that they're all similar. But there is a significant difference between each one. This one is a little brighter, a little fresher, a little sharper, like sharp vanilla, sharp oak. And then the rye runs kind of medicinal. There's a bit of a medicinal note to the rye. And also more vegetal. It's greener, a little more vegetal, bright. So far, that one is my least favorite. The Silver Alert is my least favorite out of these so far. Oh, and this one goes funky nutty. This one is Mashup. Funky nutty, creamy, little rye. But the rye is like wilted, burnt, crispy rye. Like, you ever made kale chips in an air fryer or in an oven? I kind of get that feel to the rye. That burnt kale kind of note. Crispy kale, not burnt. Little vinegary. Kind of dilly. Reminds me of pickles a little bit. That one, I'm not in love with that one either. So far, these first two, I really liked better. Now, this one is the unnamed, or it's maybe just OK and HVBC, like a joint pick, 113 proof. This one is interesting. It's very different than the other 4 so far. It's a hint nutty, but it's also very creamy, but it also has its sharpness to it. And almost a raisin note. Almost a cognac-y feel to it. Like that raisiny cognac note you kind of get. Butterscotch, vanilla. Alright. These are all very different from each other. So, how cool is that you're able to get this kind of differentiation, probably from very similar lots of bourbon? Oh, vanilla toffee, cream corn. Oh man. Alright, so now we're gonna go through, I'm gonna start from here and go back the other way. And taste these puppies, and I'm just gonna pick my favorite. Whatever. This is just, honestly, it's just to do this. There's nothing scientific about this. You guys aren't gonna be able to get your hands on these picks, so this is just for fun and to see how wide the differences are. That's it. Let's just go. I don't know why I keep explaining it. I don't know. I feel like I'm justifying the reason for this video, even though the reason is really just for me to get. Oh, beautiful rye, creamy, vanilla forward, honey. Oh, lots of honey. And then spicy on the finish. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. I love that. I love that pick from my local. It's from Inlet Harbor Liquors. Jesus. Here in Riviera Beach, Florida. Okay. So let's hit the Just Okay. That funky note. Funky. Oh. That's weird right off the rip. When that hit my mouth, it was warm. It was like instantly warm. Like it warmed up my lips, warmed up my tongue. And like warm butterscotch, warm vanilla. Everything about it was just warm. And it's not hot. I mean, this has been in the house. It's cooled off. But everything about it was just warm to the mouth. It just warmed. As I'm just keep saying warmed my mouth up. And that kind of cognac-y note holds true on the palate. It's like if you told me that was finished in cognac, I wouldn't argue with you. I wouldn't be surprised. Wow, okay. Back to mashup. Sharp. That's a little aggressive, a little abrasive on the mouth, on the tongue, on the back of the throat. That one's fighting you a little bit. That one's not super pretty on the for the mouth feel and the taste. I don't love that one. Okay. Let's keep going. Silver alert. That one's a bit prickly. Not as aggressive as mashup, but it hits you with a chest tug. I'd love to know the proof point on this, on the silver alert. That one feels hot. Feels like that's high proof. Could be wrong, but it feels like it. And it sticks around. The finish on that one is really long. Still going. And it's oak and light vanilla on the finish. That one's actually pretty great. That one's actually great. That was silver alert. I just did that one. All right, back to Ukraine. Now this one I loved on the nose. Yeah, pretty vanilla. Ooh. Beautiful. Vanilla giving way to a gorgeous, hefty amount of oak. And then that rolls right into a rye note, and then back to vanilla, and then finally off to like a toffee note at the end. You're left with this light, effervescent toffee kind of note on the finish. And it's still going. Just finish is still chilling. That's pretty great. That is pretty great. All right, last one. Let's go, Brandon, the NASCAR driver. I think this one has my favorite nose. Yeah. That grape bubblegum. Oh. The vanilla is a little more forward now. The oak is a little more present after having tasted them. Oh, this, I think, is my favorite nose. Let's see if it's my favorite palate. Oh. Okay, that's weird. So it starts off vanilla oak, and then it takes a turn into a medicinal note, and then it levels back out into a rye note that just kind of hangs out and is a spicy rye note. Let me try that again. Let's go again. Oh. Wow. It reminds me of cough syrup. It's like a cherry cough syrup. It goes that medicinal funk. Like, I can't think of the name of that stuff. Not Robitussin. There's a cough syrup. It's cherry flavored. Maybe it is Robitussin. I don't know. But that goes oak, vanilla into that cherry Robitussin. I don't know if that's really it. Medicinal cough syrup note that I'm not a fan of. Not a fan of that. So, out of these, I think Ukraine is the one. I actually like Ukraine's nose better than my favorite local single barrel. I think that Let's Go Brandon has a better nose, maybe. But this one, Ukraine, oh yeah, I think that's my favorite. Yeah, that's my fave. It's my fave, bro. It's bussin' on God, as the teenagers say. Anyway, so that's really super interesting. There's an incredible range there for 5-year-old MGP, all from the same place doing the picks. What was that noise? And coming from MGP, you know, off the same assembly line, for lack of a better term, because they are an industrial scale whiskey manufacturer. So amazing that there's this kind of variance, all due to the wood, of course. I mean, what are you gonna do? The wood, it's the one true variable. You know, when you're running the same distillate, you know, day after day, you can have variations from grain, but when you're dealing with a huge load of grain, all coming from the same place, and you know, so you're doing the same blend, you know, down to, you know, scientific levels at these huge places. The variation is the wood, and that's really fascinating to see this much variation from pick to pick. So hey, that's really cool. Anyway, I just love playing with whiskey. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for coming along. This was kind of a long one, and maybe not one of my best videos because of the subject matter, but it was fun to shoot, and it was fun to try, and fun to learn new things and breaking things. So thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, I hope you have a great day.